It's a Texas Hemp Party. Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday, August 20th.
Oh, did we lose the music?
It's make your own music today. Da 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 da. Perfect. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're excited to be here with you today to talk about the state of hemp in the great state of Texas. It's a Texas Hemp Party. We, of course, love all of our friends from around the country that have joined in to hang out with us and party today here on the tube, on YouTube. Yay!
YouTube officially now what?
Yay!
1 month on YouTube? Yay!
I think so, at least. Yeah, it's official. Yeah.
I think we're 6 episodes in on YouTube. So we like it. It's treating us right. We like it so far. So we got to get straight to it because there's big news in Texas hemp this week. Something amazing happened yesterday, August 9th. So we love to go to Texas Cannabis Collective for the latest news. Jesse does a great job of keeping his finger on all things Texas hemp. Yesterday, Judge Laura Livingston issued a temporary restraining order against DSHS in the smokable hemp ban case. Now, basically what this means is that until they reconvene on September 2nd in 2 weeks, the smokable ban is being paused. So what does this mean for you, the Texas hemp consumer? Round of applause. So for you, the Texas hemp consumer, this means that you're going to have 2 additional weeks to go get your pre-rolls, get your vape carts before the retailers have to maybe pull them again. We really don't know.
This is the time to take advantage of a lot of their great sales because we know that they had to get rid of this merchandise, hopefully not anymore. But hopefully right now, this is a good little 2 weeks of a push, and to have more proof of how much people need smokables and be able to buy them and access them quickly.
Yeah, and let them know.
Yeah,
I mean, this is 2 weeks that it's like the eye of the hurricane has hit. Now you can walk outside and not get destroyed, right? But as soon as that passes through, maybe it's something else. So it gives a lot of the retailers a chance to analyze where they should be, what they what should they do, with their stuff. How it gives them a chance to relabel everything. But,
yeah, for sure, because it was pretty quick. Like, we knew the smokable ban was going to happen, but then it was just like boom, and it's tomorrow. So now maybe a little more reasonable time period here for retailers to figure out what they're going to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, Cynthia, your sound's not very loud.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
It's still not that loud though, but we can hear you like twice as much more. You're like maybe 20%.
I just need to yell today. That's fine.
You sound perfect now.
I'll use my teacher voice. I have to project. So yes, definitely. A lot of the times, people got to adjust. And fortunately, we have a good 14 days for, to give the retail a chance to take advantage of this. And for us too, consumers.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
everyone was freaking out. They were like, what are we going to do? How are we going to stock up? This is our favorite product. That's a lot of people relied on having that really, fast and having that full entourage effect. And then the fast process getting into the bloodstream. And then now we're kind of just jumping back down to oils, which doesn't quite have the same bioavailability in the body like something like inhalation does. And that's the part that hurts me the most. I feel really bad, mostly, of course, for the retailers and distributors and manufacturers and stuff like that. But mainly the consumers are the ones that are going to be hurting a lot, because then they're going to want to either give up on CBD, or they're not going to find something that works as good as whether it was an inhaler or smoke, a pre-roll or anything like that. So I'm really, really brokenhearted for these consumers that really kind of relied on this.
60% of those consumers.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
upwards. That's where some of the odds are. 60%.
And that's kind of the thing, like you said it with the inhalers, everybody kind of jumped on this vape thing, which we know was some illicit THC carts and whatnot, but they're inside of CBD. There's like literal inhalers that look like an asthma inhaler that are also caught up in this ban, because that's, vapor, and therefore this asthma inhaler that's helping people are, not with asthma, but, looks like asthma inhaler. Now they can't get it. So this is a big issue, and now 2 more weeks to stock up.
Yeah, when I actually first heard and saw those, I think it's by one company called Vapin, and Vapin's the one that does the inhalers. And I was like, who would want an inhaler, especially if you have asthma, that might hurt them. But actually doing a lot more research, it proves to help a lot with COPD and other lung issues like emphysema, things that people have a lot of trouble breathing. Actually, the cannabinoids can go in there and open that up for them. And that was actually a really cool thing. And also, one, it's discreet. You can use it at work or wherever you're at. And two, it's probably a better option for children as well, because, children, we can't offer them a pre-roll, and then the bioavailability to the oil and the gummies, aren't the best either. So them getting caught up in that ban is silly. It's sad.
No, back when we were manufacturing, we did several trade shows, and there was more than one person that came up to us and said, "Hey, is there any way I can get an inhaler? My kid has epilepsy." And right now he's using the vape pen, but it's kind of hard for him to take that to school and not have all these eyebrows raised. But if you have the vaporizer, he could take that to school to prevent his epileptic episodes.
Right. Super sad.
Yeah, and you hit on the discretion in it. We had a friend whose parents were, really kind of very wary of cannabis, and introduced him to the Vapin inhaler, and it made a tremendous difference for his dad with his issues that he was dealing with, as well as really provided him peace of mind. He felt like it was more I guess like a health benefit for him taking it in that format. It didn't make him feel weird, like he's smoking a vape or smoking a pre-roll that maybe is associated with a cannabis culture. He still got that benefit. So it was a great way to break down stigmas. And I hope that the state takes that into consideration when all of this goes to court. So it's going to go to court, most likely September 2nd. We got to keep our eye on it, and then we'll wait and see what happens from there. There are a lot of different things that could happen. Even going up to the Supreme Court could possibly happen in Texas. So we got to wait and see. But for now, we know we got at least 2 more weeks, folks. So that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Hey, Leah,
so
I have a question for you, Leah. I was going to say on that, I think that, we have Chelsea Spencer and is it, who's my buddy?
Susan Hayes.
No. Who do we just have on the show?
Paul Stevenson.
Paul Stevenson.
Yeah, Paul's at Ritter Spencer.
So, and I think that there's positivity. Let's send them positive vibes, because they do know about the things that we just discussed. They do know about children that are at school that would need to use something that looks like this, so that way they can, if they do have epilepsy, they can actually not look like still get their medicine and not look like they're doing something wrong.
Right. I know my son.
Absolutely.
Particularly my son, he has asthma. So when every year at school, we have a doctor's note, he has to have an inhaler and stuff at school. I mean, to replace an albuterol, which I know albuterol is very, very effective, but it can have those side effects of jitteriness, not being able to kind of focus after taking some albuterol. I would much rather have something like a CBD inhaler for him to help with those coughing episodes, or where he can't, having trouble breathing or having that retracted breathing. But there's nothing that we can do. I know we have to go through military doctors, so they would probably say no.
Yeah,
They'll
slowly
learn.
changing. Things are slowly changing on that front, but certainly so for all the veterans out there. It's been such a difficult struggle for them dealing with the VA on this issue, and they've just started to barely loosen on CBD, but just a little bit. So up till this point, pretty much CBD has been banned.
Yeah, I was gonna say for veterans, it's a little easier. But my husband, even though he's medically retired out of the Marine Corps, he's still a contractor with the military, and there is 100% ban with any military. If you're affiliated at all with the military, active duty, non-active duty, civilian, contractor, whatever, there's a super ban on it. Like if they even catch you with it, I'm pretty sure that you're going to like the military jail or going to military court, because they have
right
zero
now,
tolerance for that.
What's that?
Things are changing now. Things are changing though right now, and so I think going to the Informed Texans seminar that they're going to have soon in October, that one is specifically for veterans, about not just learning about the plant, but how you can work around certain things and be informed. As a veteran, what rights do I have? What can I do? What can I say? What can I take? And so this is something that or things that they can take away from using it and applying it. So we really recommend for anybody, of course, to attend, but you also have the option of buying a ticket for a vet. They're only $15, so it's not an expensive conference. I think this is a really good price for what it is. And if you're a veteran and you would like to be involved in this as well, I would definitely recommend to contact Informed Texan. They will hook you up here.
The first time this goes to federal
really
court.
Excited about.
Sorry, there's a lag. Sorry, sweetie.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, before, as soon as this goes to federal court, whoever takes that first case from the military, it's just a big wake up. I mean, these people that are in government, they're not evil. They're just living off of the laws that were written by, cavemen, maybe 60, 70 years ago. So now that let's someone go to court, because as soon as we do go to court, that's when the knowledge of what this plant really is and how it was kind of crazy in the beginning, that will spread. And then once everyone feels comfortable, we'll be back to where humanity is free again.
Yeah, it all starts with education. And I think this is going to be an incredible event. It's happening on October 17th, featuring Sid Miller, retired Major David Bass, who's very involved with Texas Normal. Have some medical doctors, our great friend Anita Summers, the CBD Genie, only $15.
Scientist.
We're proud to be sponsors. We're proud to be sponsors here of the event, along with Trulevia, and we highly recommend that you go check it out. So you can go to informedtexas.com and purchase your ticket. So on the note of some exciting events coming up tomorrow, our friends over at Greenlight Events are putting on Farm Lab Forum episode 3. Of course, Farm Labs is a verified brand partner with us. We're very thankful for their support and everything that they do in testing cannabis products here in the state of Texas, legal hemp products. So you can go over to greenlighteventsco.com and click on Farm Lab Forum. This is a really good lineup. All the lineups were great. Of course, we're partial because we've been in a couple of the lineups, but this is going to be incredible. You've got Paul from Ritter Spencer, Jeff Cole from the U.S. Hemp Brokerage, Sage from Texas Hemp Cultivars, Anita, the CBD Genie, and Eddie from Oak Cliff Cultivars. So some really cool people. Eddie's also ex-Marine. So some really, really cool people that are going to be on there, and we can't wait. Of course, hosted by our great friend Dalton O'Neill, the Kevin Bacon of Texas Hemp. So be sure to go over to greenlighteventsco.com and register for that. It is free, and it's tomorrow, 12:30 to 2:30. Additionally, our friends over at Bootleg Avocado have several cool events coming up. We're super stoked about the one on Thursday, September 24th. I'm actually stoked about all three of these. This one's going to be a really good one too on beverages. He's got Vita Coca. He's got some CBD beverage companies. Really, really great lineup that Mario's putting together. They're a consulting firm that works inside of the food and beverage space. So not solely focused on hemp and cannabis, but he has interest in that. So he's including, a lot of those events as well. But here on September 24th, he thought that Texas Hemp was so interesting. He put together our very own webinar called The Lone Star State of Hemp. So I'm super stoked to be co-hosting it with Mario. And we'll
Leah
have
Laxton.
Shada from Restart, Amos from Famous Juice and the Re-Up Station, MJ's, and Ted from Alma. So three of our favorite people, along with Mario, who's one of my new favorite people. I think this is going to be an absolute blast. So it's going to be September 22nd. And you can go to bootlegavocado.com to sign up for that awesome webinar. And if you've attended some cool webinars, drop that one's free as well. If you've attended some really great webinars, drop it in the comments here. We want to know what you guys have been up to, what you guys have been doing, what you've been checking out so that we can share it as well. So lots of exciting events coming up. So one other thing, Cynthia brought me P. Terry. Some of you know, we're out in the country. You can't get P. Terry. Pretty exciting. So that, that made my day. And also these guys over at CV Vault, we want to give a shout out to CV Vault today. The world's smartest curing and storage container. This is their website, freshstore.com, but I'll give you a little zoom in. So it's pretty nifty. It seems like something Isaac would take camping and put random like fish hooks or something in. It's really cool.
It looks like
it
a very
snaps
small,
right off.
like cooking, like I don't know, like you make coffee or maybe a small pot roast.
What was that website?
It's freshstore.com.
You think we can make
and
really small stew?
This is kind of cool. It's got like this little spot at the top where your moisture shield goes in. So you do it this way and boom, you slide that moisture packet in, boom, lock it down. So this is great for flour, for sure, to keep it nice and fresh. Boom, it's locked in. And I mean, it is airtight. So you can use this really for anything that you want to keep fresh. This is the medium size. I saw on their website, they have one that's like gigantic, like I don't even know, like a 5-gallon one of these. It looks like something you'd make beer in, Daniel, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So go check out the Sea Vault. I think, you could probably use it as a flask and then like a fireside sip for sure. For sure.
And what we can tell people too is that
check out
if you're traveling through states where like we had that problem there's that crazy sheriff that was arresting people for hemp. Remember that? It's a legal plant, but he's like, well, if it comes through here. So with something like this, if you're concerned about carrying your hemp, it seals the fragrance out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Fragrance tight, keeps it nice and fresh. So it's pretty cool. I like it. And they have a really great Instagram page too. You can go follow the Sea Vault and check them out. So thanks, guys. We really appreciate it. We're going to definitely check it out. Put some nice flour in there and see how it does. See how fresh it stays. So I absolutely love it. They've got some good stuff there on IG. So let's see. We also have, if you're looking for other events, Cynthia has put together a nice little list here on our Instagram. If you go to the link tree, you can pull up all of these fabulous things. Of course, we have our free intro to CBD and hemp course, but we also have a lot of cool events up here. So if you're looking for cool stuff to do virtually, then you can go to our link tree and check it out. So
Nice.
I
I'm gonna go
think
there
we're
right
ready
now.
for, yeah.
I think we're ready.
I think we're ready for the terpene talk.
Talk about.
So this is my second. We talked about last week my favorite terpene, which is limonene is how I like to say it. Limonene.
You like to be awake.
Limonene. Yes,
Depends on
I gotta
which
have
teacher.
them awake terps.
Yeah.
And my second favorite, myrcene. This is my
Which is the
second
most
favorite
popular.
terpene.
Well, I mean,
Is it
this
the most
found-
popular terpene?
It's found in more. Yeah, it's the most. It's the terpene that's found in most hemp plants. And I mean,
In
when you say
most
high-
cannabis plants?
yes, so
or
I'd say
hemp?
I should say high THC hemp plants. High THC hemp plants have it's most prominently found is myrcene. Yeah, so cannabis.
Yeah.
You know me. I think it's all hemp.
Yeah, so
I mean, it is kind of.
What it is, because
So what I,
what's the question?
the explanation,
Of
Yeah, the for what the little diamonds meant and the color.
oh yeah, we
there
did this. What state were we in when we did this? Oh, we were
this
in
was
Las Vegas.
Leafly's in Las Vegas last year at MJ BizCon.
BizCon.
Leafly put together a really cool event. Yeah, that was a shout out to Leafly. They always do a great
Yeah.
job educating.
Although I do miss the old way.
So this would
it's cool, but yeah, I mean, I like their old system because I could track down the history of the plant.
It basically color codes the terpenes and it shapes the cannabinoids. Remember, if it was a diamond, it was THC dominant, so it was higher in THC. But if it was more circle, it was more CBD dominant as well. So
Oh, that's so cool.
That was a big. So what you're looking at right there is a definitely dominant, THC, and then it gives you some green, which is another terpene, which I believe, what color was limonene? Yes, last week.
Limonene is yellow, I believe, and this, and I think this is the one that's the pinene. I think the green might be pinene.
Probably.
Yeah,
it is.
I think
Green
you're
is
right.
pinene, and then it has a little bit of caryophyllene. And so pinene, caryophyllene, and myrcene. So this is more on the calming side, but if you can see, it's dominant on myrcene. So it just kind of tells you the profile of it in a picture, which I love because it's easier to see it, right?
The calming side, like my background, right? Just teasing.
My background.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All of our backgrounds, yeah.
Not a virtual.
All of our backgrounds are very calming. I love it. Yeah, and what I think is really cool about myrcene, Alex is chilling in bed. I'm like sitting in front of the fireplace, the pool. We got Cynthia's in like Costa Rica or something. We don't even know. What I really love about Rancho Santa Lucia or Lucio, What I love about myrcene is I've always found it very interesting about the connection between mangoes and cannabis. Because
Love it.
essentially, if you intake some cannabis, specifically a higher THC cannabis, or really works with hemp as well, and then you eat some mangoes, it will amplify that effect.
I've
And
also
the
heard that
reason
about
why is
peanut butter.
because myrcene. Interesting.
butter.
Maybe so. Maybe there's some
I have
terpenes
not.
in
Well,
peanuts. We'll have to
everything has
research that
terpenes,
one.
but that mango has super high terpenes. So if someone is enjoying a something, yeah, that's gonna pop the terpene profile on that thing.
I'm gonna have to remember that. Mangoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I mention this
For
too?
sure.
Is it,
It's
if anyone's
yeah.
go ahead. Sorry, there's lag in the thing, but if anyone is kind of new to the terpenes, and I can't remember the guy that he's like the king of cannabis too, but he was explaining how it's a rudder. You know, the terpene actually is what's steering the ship. So if someone has the ailment towards that, then it's a rudder that steers you towards that direction, which is kind of cool because if you have an ailment of this sort, then this terpene is going to steer the CBD or whatever cannabinoids towards that.
Where it needs to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's one of the most fascinating parts about cannabis because you can find terpenes outside of cannabis. So it's just really interesting to me the way finding other plants that have similar, terpenes as cannabis, but cannabis just has such an abundance of terpenes compared to other fruits, vegetables, plants, whatever. So really
Truly a
interesting stuff.
superfood.
If you want to know more about, really is, it's a super everything. So you can go over and check out Leafly and all their cool charts, learn more about terpenes, and we'll be back for another terpene talk next week. Let's see if I think we covered everything, guys. Let's see. We got go check out Sea Vault. Our Spanish word of the day. Yes.
Don't forget
yeah.
that. Can't forget that.
Yay!
Hibiero.
Habanero?
Hibiero.
Just teasing. Delicioso. Oh,
So I know. Hola a todos.
hola.
Mi
Hola.
hibiero. Mi hibiero. I'm a person involved in the marijuana culture.
Yes. So somebody that is in the culture, exactly, both the selling, the living, the buying, the using, pretty much anything. So I would think that all of us would be in this category, right?
We are hibieros.
So we would be yerberos.
Oh, I'm saying it wrong?
Herbero.
Herberos. Okay.
Yerbero.
It's like herbero. But it's like herb is herb, right? Is that how you spell herb in Spanish? H-I-E-R?
Yerba is herb.
Look at you.
And
You're
so
having this. You're schooling all us gringos over here.
It. You got the root of the word.
Well, she is the education director of the company, so
right.
Herbero.
But this is actually a more common term in Cuba. So you're not really going to find it here, but Cubans will most likely say this. So, ¿dónde está el yerbero?
Yerbero.
Yerbero? Where's the yerbero? Are you a yerbero?
Yeah. You.
So does it mean like herbologist or something, or what is it? What's the direct translation mean?
Person, anybody. So for example, anybody in Spanish, like how we have ER, like teacher, right? We teach usually. That's the ending of it. So in Spanish, ERO is a person that does that. So herbero.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking though. Does that basically mean a person that's into herbs, or does it mean the herbologist or something? Meaning a person that's in. But what level
you're
of
something with it? Yeah, you're mostly doing something with them. So working with them.
You're working with herbs.
sharing
Any
them,
any
kinda-
any
You're
person
the
in the
herb
industry.
doctor.
Yeah, baby.
There
Or the
you
herb
go.
worker.
Yes, yes, or your worker. As long as you're manipulating, touching them, doing stuff, you will be a yerbero.
Herbology.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Cynthia.
A todos
Yerberos.
los yerberos. Hola, yerberos.
Yeah.
We should be saying adios, yerberos.
Adios, yerberos.
Adios.
All right, is that it for
Until
today?
next week.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, let's
That's
throw out the
it,
names
guys.
though. Hey, this is Leah Laxton's there. I'm Captain Cannabis.
Ooh, that's true.
Oops. Cynthia
Yes.
Morales. We forgot to introduce her name so that people know who we are.
We
that are just
did.
joining.
We
Just joined the
did.
show.
Yes, if
So-
you're just joining,
then
you're
Alex.
a little late, but that's okay. But yes, I am Leah Laxton's a native Kentuckian with a passion for hemp. I'm joined by our team. What a great team we have. Captain Cannabis, our producer, Cynthia Morales, and Alex, our experience let's see, you're the experience director.
I've been trying to find the right terminology for this because it's kind of like a little bit of everything. I just keep putting like operations of like business management or consulting or something, like just here to help consult and help grow you guys and bring more brands in and help the
Let's
networking
make it
community.
easy. You can
Yeah.
just be the yerbero.
There you go. That's me.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's me.
And Alex, are you better?
And that's
That's
me.
Awesome. Thanks everyone for joining us. And please
for
be
watching.
sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see us next week. We'll be
Share.
back with our fabulous
And
guests
please
here.
share,
Share it with your
subscribe,
friends
and like.
subscribe, do all the things, and we'll see you next week for the Texas
love
Hemp
y'all.
Party.
Oh, so excited. Whoop, whoop.